Hello friends, I am Ayantika and in this video I will be discussing about the reproductive strategy of Chlamydomonas. I have made in the part 1 of this video I have talked about an overview of Chlamydomonas, how it is structurally and economic as well as ecological importance of Chlamydomonas. In this video I will be discussing about the reproductive strategies. So let's begin the video. Now, this Chlamydomonas, we know it's a haploid organism. So, it being a haploid organism, it's always in. So, reproductive strategy is mostly both sexual as well as the sexual. So, in asexual stage, the Chlamydomonas being a negative being a haploid organism, it in asexual stage it's just the cell losing its flagella, becoming still, that is it become quiescent, and after reaching the stage of resting stage, it starts successive division, and by successive division this parent cell, it undergoes division to form 4, 8, 16, this type of number of small spores. Actually, the by successive division of the protoplast, here we see in this stage, here in this stage we see that the cell is undergoing successive division, and after 4 successive division, 4 daughter cells are produced without any flagellation. So just before these daughter cells are released, they develop flagella. Here we see that they developing flagellation and they are released to the atmosphere, to the environment. So what triggers this reproduction? This mostly asexual reproduction, the sexual reproduction is triggered by lower amount of nutrient, that is low amount of ammonia, low amount of nitrate and phosphate, because these are the limiting factors in for the Chlamydomonas, and also high amount of sunlight, high aridity, high amount of carbon dioxide is and also this high amount of calcium are needed for the sexual reproduction. For asexual reproduction, none of these factors are generally required, because this asexual reproduction, that is this upper entire phase, this phase, it does not require, it actually happens at very conductive conditions that are conductive for growth. During that condition, we can see rapid multiplication of Chlamydomonas by asexual phase, and when there is a stress, then only they start doing the sexual reproduction, that is the lower part of the diagram. So in sexual reproduction, what happens is that there are 3 type of reproduction, that is isogamy, anisogamy and oogamy. Here we see that the gametes, they are the gametes are formed, they undergo pairing, then there is the fusion of the gamete by the dissolving this, the apical, they attach at the apical anterior end. The apical wall, it usually get dissolves. Here it get dissolved, and the fusion of gamete happens. But this is, and after fusion of gamete, there's a the zygote, that is will be 2 eggs, that is it is a diploid zygote, undergoes a period of rest and successive mitotic division to form this this mito zoospores. And here the zoospores formed are the I'm very sorry. This is the meiospore. After meiosis, meiospores are formed here, and in the asexual stage, mitospores are formed. So uh, this this is the basic overview of how the reproduction in Chlamydomonas happens. Now I am going to discuss it in detail. Apart from the environmental conditions like lower amount of nitrogen, that is ammonia, nitrate salts, apart from this, this presence of predator or very unfavorable climate also triggers reproduction. So, in the this is all what I have been telling you, and here after the so we see that after successive division, what happens? The all the four newly formed spore, they develop flagella, and they are released. No, this is in the gametes, the positive and the negative gametes. What they do is they are released in environment and they undergo clumping. That is, the gametes, they clump together. They just clump or aggregate together. Some of these can be positive, negative, and some can be positive. So in the heterothallic isogamers, the chemically different gametes, they undergo clumping, and in the clump, the opposite strain gametes, they form a pair. And how they are withdrawn together is that at the tip of the flagella, at the very tip of the flagella, they have a protein called isoagglutinin. And isoagglutinin of the opposite strain, that is the heterothallic mating strain, that is one positive and negative, what they do is they are attracted. They are attracted by this isoagglutinin, and gradually the wall between them, it dissolves, and what to say the protoplast fuse to form the zygote. This zygote, it loses its cilia. It loses its cilia. It develops a wall around it to rest to form this zygospore. These haploid gametes, they form the diploid zygote, and zygospore is also diploid. Then it undergoes meiosis to form there's a new germling, that is the chlamydomonas spores, mitospores, sorry, meiospores. This is meiosis, so it will be meiospores, which is again N, which is, that is, it is haploid in nature. This is all about isogamy in heterothallic species. Here we see also the clumping, that is this is the clumping that I was discussing in the previous slide. This is the isogamous heterothallic cell cycle. This is oogamy. In oogamy, the size as well as the shape of the gamete is also different. Here, one cell, from one chlamydomonas, single macro gamete that is a single macrogamete is produced from each cell, and 4 to 16 microgamete, that is the micro, I am denoting the microgamete as small mg and the macrogamete as large mg. So what happens is that single chlamydomonas cell loses flagella and gorges of all the food to produce one macrogamete. Also it rounds up, and then one chlamydomonas loses its flagellation and by successive division produces 4 to 16 microgametes. 4 to 16 microgametes. So after the microgametes, they are released in the surrounding water. They swim towards the quiescent egg cell. We know quiescent egg cell, we know that already macrogamete do not have any flagellation, so they are quiescent and they stay put where they are formed, and the microgamete they actually swim towards the macrogamete, and by the anterior end fusion occurs by the anterior end of the microgamete, where the protoplast of the microgametes withdraws from the cell wall and fuses with that of the macrogamete. After fusion of the macrogamete, a diploid zygote is formed, and then after zygote is formed, the process of losing flagella, forming a thick wall around and forming a resting zygospore, it is similar, and after that the zygospore undergo meiosis to form 2 to 4 meiozospores, and this process is similar in both isogamy and oogamy. Here we were discussing oogamy, but now in in anisogamy, where the shape of the gamete is similar, but the size is different. Here what happens that one cell forms 4 one single chlamydomonas cell, it loses flagellation, undergoes successive division to form 4 macrogamete. I am denoting the macrogamete as capital MG, and so from one single cell 4 macrogamete is produced, and another cell of chlamydomonas loses flagellation and produces again 4 to 16 microgametes. So what happens in this anisogamy also, the macrogamete and the microgamete, they swim the macrogamete soon loses its flagellation, say become quiescent, and this microgamete it swims. Now this is the diagram of the neuromotor apparatus of flagella. I have been talking about the flagella. I have been describing this neuromotor apparatus, but I couldn't get the diagram. Now I have got the diagram. So this is the diagram that I has been discussing in the first part of the video. Please go through this diagram, so you would be understanding the neuromotor apparatus that I have been discussing while talking about the flagella. So this was all about the reproductive strategies, where I have discussed the asexual zoospore formation, which includes zoospore normal formation under normal condition, Planospore and hypnospore formation under stressed condition. Planospore is actually the thin-walled resting spore, and the hypnospore are just a planospore which has developed thick wall. These planospore and hypnospore are to tide over a period of high temperature and high aridity, and these four are for normal conditions. So these are the asexual ones, and for the sexual ones we have isogamy, which can be homothallic and heterothallic, and isogamy and oogamy. In isogamy, the gametes are of equal size and shape, but when it is not homothallic, that is when it is not produced by the same parent, that is it will be heterothallic, then it will be between mating will occur between the opposite mating strains, that is positive and negative strains. And in anisogamy there is difference in the size of the gametes and not the structure. And so the anisogamete, the female, it soon loses its flagella, and the male it actually swims towards the gamete, and by fusion at the anterior end, the zygote is formed. And in oogamy also, the gametes are totally different in size as well as shape, because the female gamete from the very beginning, it do not have any flagella, and the macrogamete, it is quiescent, and the microgamete, it swims towards the macrogamete, and there is fusion at the anterior end of the microgamete. I have actually said female gamete, but it should be it's macrogamete and microgamete. So this is all about isogamy and isogamy, oogamy. And after the fusion of the gametes, the zygote though formed, the formation, the next process, that is from zygote to zygospore to the meiospores, they are similar in all type, that is iso, aniso, and oogamy. And the meiospore or gonospore, after liberation, they actually they secrete a wall, and they have flagellations, and they develop into a mature chlamydomonas. This is all about the reproductive cycle of the chlamydomonas. Thanks for staying with me till the end of the video. And if you like the video, please share it with your friends, and do subscribe to get the latest update of the videos that I'll be making. Thank you.